Let's talk about this and more with Michael Masters, CEO, National Director of the Secure Community Network, President of the Soufan Center as well. And I know that just to add to that, President Biden moments ago, speaking to reporters on Air Force One on his way back, said indeed the Egyptian president has allowed that Rafah crossing, which we've talked so much about, to open, and will allow 20 trucks of humanitarian aid to come in. So that's kind of the backdrop. I want to talk to you about what's going on over there, Michael, and also kind of the uptick in violence and threats here at home. So let's start over in Israel. So, this is, there's been a lot of pressure on the Israelis to, as they prepare for what we think will be a ground offensive inside Gaza, to also consider humanitarian concerns. How do you think they're balancing it?
I think they're balancing it as well as one could expect when you're looking at the atrocities and savagery that happened on October 7th, and they're trying to weigh very strategically and tactically, how do we get this situation resolved, recognizing that we still have hostages. We have an unknown number of hostages that includes American citizens that are there in Gaza, doing that while working to address the terrorist group Hamas. It's a very difficult proposition, has been for a long time, and they're working diligently on it. They need our support here in the United States and from around the world to be able to end that terrorism.
Now, you have the experience, I think, in this regard as well. What we had someone on today, as a matter of fact, his brother-in-law is held hostage. We've had so many people on, the rabbi of the two women from Illinois are being held hostage. We've had so many family members on who are going through so much right now. What would you say to them about their prospects? I mean, this is such a tough spot for anyone to go in. We haven't really heard even conversations about hostage rescue plans. What would you say to these families that are facing what they're facing?
Well, I think the message is actually the other way, and it's to all of us who are here in the United States and who are comfortable when we think about what those hostages have gone through, when we think about the men and women that last Saturday morning, 2 Saturdays ago, picked up, got in their cars, some without any weapons at all, some with just a handgun, and went to confront these individuals who attacked this country, attacked these innocent civilians. Yeah. I think it's time for us to take a message from those hostages and those individuals and stand strong and stand in support.
Yeah, we did see a lot of that. We talked to somebody, yeah, you're right, who just on Saturday night, October 7th, was already making plans to head over there. And on Sunday, he was, IDF reservist volunteering, not even waiting to be called or anything, and just heading right to that scene. I told you I wanted to talk about what Jewish Americans are facing here in the United States as well. I put a headline up from Time Magazine's website that says the Israel-Hamas war is leading to an uptick in hate crimes. So pick up on that and what you're seeing from, where you monitor things in terms of a concern we all had already. That's only a larger concern now, right?
Well, and that's exactly the point. It's an ongoing concern. The FBI just released their hate crime data. The Jewish community is the most targeted religious group in the United States. This past year, 56% of religiously motivated hate crimes were directed against the Jewish community. That's a 24% increase from the year before. In our command center here at SCN, where we're monitoring over 12,500 Jewish institutions, surface, deep, and dark web, we saw 420,000 risk events this last year directed at the Jewish community. That's over twice the year before. Just the last week, we have had over 376 risk events impacting a Jewish institution as we continue to monitor rallies and vigils, protests and counter-protests. It is a very tense time for the Jewish community, and it should be a tense time for all of us, because this is fundamentally an attack on religious freedom.
Right, and the increase, the most recent one you talked about, I think, is distressing but obvious in terms of the war that we're all reporting on and what happened with the Hamas terrorist attacks on the 7th of October. The other statistics are maybe even more glaring. Why were those increases, do you think, before that happening? What was leading to that uptick even before this?
Well, we have seen historically, unfortunately, this is not a new problem for the Jewish community, about 3,500 years in the making. We have seen increases in anti-Semitism from those affiliated with Islamist ideology to those affiliated with supremacist ideology. One thing they can seem to agree on is a dislike for the Jewish community. And that has only increased with social media. And certainly in the last week, we know that when we have a conflict in the Middle East, we see dramatic upticks in anti-Semitism and rhetoric. We have Al-Qaeda. We have so-called Islamic State calling for attacks on Western and Jewish interests. And the longer this goes on, unfortunately, we are in for a protracted state of those threats continuing.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.